Hello. This is going to be a twin flame energy reading for the week of April 23rd to April 30th. Kind of see what the energies surrounding us are going to be for this week. This may not resonate with everyone. As we know, there are different levels of twin flame. Some are just becoming separated at the moment. Some are in the midst of their healing, and some are going to come into union soon. My personal belief is, as some come into union, some are at the same time separating for the first time. Okay, so if it resonates with you, go ahead and continue watching with the twin flame videos, because I'm channeling your collective twin flame. If not, try back later. Maybe at some point it will resonate with you. I know I've gone through, I'd say 3 or 4 different readers. At some point resonated with one, then it didn't anymore, and I moved to another one. So it's not going to resonate with everybody. That's okay. Maybe at some point it will. Just keep checking back. If you're one of my subscribers, kind of always just check back and see if it has a message, or if you just feel drawn to watch the video at some point after it hasn't resonated. Either way, all I know is, I'm channeling a certain collective twins, and if it's you, go ahead and keep watching the twin flame videos. If not, you can just stick to your zodiacs and go from there. Okay, so we'll see what the messages are for this week. I do a side for the masculine and a side for the feminine. I try not to focus too much on exactly what your twin is doing in the 3D, because depending on how far along in your journey it is, you'll find that focusing too much on who they are in the 3D or what they're doing is actually a blockage within itself. So I try to just focus on the energies that we're dealing with to help us through, okay? Because that's essentially what we're supposed to do, is help you through this journey, okay? Because it is a journey, and I'll tell you, it's a hell of a journey at that one. Alright, I apologize about that. Thought I heard my kid, but I'm not going to take all those. Alright, we'll start with the masculine side. I don't read reverse unless I'm otherwise guided to. And then I'm kind of quiet when I'm getting the cards out, because I channel one of the cards are coming out. All right. We've got the Nine of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. And that's really good energy to have. Okay. We've been working hard. We've been doing a lot of work, doing our healing, purging, all that stuff. And we're successful. We're at that point where we're working hard, we're starting to see the fruits, of our labor for ourselves, because that's what it is. We're trying to heal ourselves so we can be together, and then once we're together, we do have a separate We have a mission beyond just becoming into union, okay? And that's what we ultimately have to remember. Bottom of this deck is the Two of Cups. Yeah, so we're coming into union with ourselves. That's where as I get that from the feminines and the masculines, because we mirror each other out. Like at the point right now we're working on is we're coming into union with ourselves at the moment, becoming happy and secure with where we're at and the work we've put into ourselves, okay? Let me just sit with the cards. Oh, you know what? I apologize. Let me get these oracle cards out. These are going to be the main things that we're working on this week. Masculine's going to be on the bottom, feminine's going to be on the top. Masculine. Okay. All right. I'm going to start with the feminine. Okay. Now, the way I do this is like the 3D, the 5D. And the 5D is ultimate what's in our hearts, without the ego, without all that. So, essentially, this is what's going on in our heart space, okay? And this is going to be our action space, what's taking action this week, okay? So, for the feminines, we have the Ten of Pentacles, the Ten of Autumn, okay? And the Judgment card. We are working on our security right now, making sure that we're good on our own, okay? The feminines are doing a fantastic job, actually. They're got it together. They've done their work. They're working hard. They're making sure they're making sound investments, not being frivolous with their money, and they're doing it on your own. You're doing it without the guidance of the divine, okay? Judgment card for me is kind of like Judgment Day, or like the test from the universe. So whenever I see the Judgment card, it's a choice that needs to be made without the interference of the divine, okay? So what we're doing is we're making decisions in our family life, in our finances, without the interference of divine, without them pushing us. We're doing it by ourselves, and which is what they want us to do, you know? So we're making progress in that aspect, okay? For the masculine, going on to the 3D, is we have the Eight of Spring, which is the Eight of Wands in the Tarot deck, but it's not the communication card for me in this particular deck, which is the Angel, or I mean, it's the Fairy Tarot cards by Doreen Virtue, okay? This one says, the stress comes from having many things happening at once. Successful multitasking, sudden events or changes. So it's just like there's a lot of things going on in his surroundings right now, okay? It's causing him a lot of anxiety. So he might be going through the, dark night of the soul, or his foundation is being shaken at the moment. There's just so much things going on, and it's stressing him out at the moment. But Divine's trying to tell him something, trying to get him onto the right track, essentially is what it is. Okay. It's causing him anxiety because he's going against the forces, is what I'm getting from these cards. I channel. Okay, so this is what I'm channeling from the cards. I mostly channel. I use the cards as a guide, so to speak. Okay. So there's a lot of things going on with the masculine right now. So whatever the case may be, if you're communicating, not communicating, just send him some healing, send him some love, because he really needs it at the moment. He's got a lot of things going on. He's really stressed out. And there's just a lot going on for him right now. Okay. And it could be a her. Masculine energies, could be a girl too. And also feminine. Feminine could be a masculine, or feminine energies, masculine energies. The masculine energy right now has a lot going on in its surroundings in the 3D. Okay. For the feminine, in the 5D, what's going on in 5D energetically, is the 5 of spring. Okay, and that's the 5 of wands for me, or the 5 of wands, essentially. And we've got the hanged man. We're coming out of this energy right here. We were in this energy where feminines were in this energy where we had different opposing things happening. We literally almost had like blinders on. We weren't sure which steps to take. We were at a standstill for a while. But we're coming out of this energy right now, just barely. Okay, we're now seeing things in a different perspective, where our perspective has been uncovered. The veil has been lifted, and so we're coming out of this energy right now in the 5D. So that will relate. So if you're still having that like blockage, this conflict with yourself, and this is in the physical also, but because this is in the 5D position, this is what's going on energetically. So energetically, we just feel like anxious or conflicting, like we don't know, we keep changing our mind. We're stuck. We can't see where to go from here. That we're coming out of this energy. So that will transpire into the 3D, after it goes through in the 5D. So everything happens in the 5D first, then in the 3D. Okay. For the masculine's 5D spot, we have the 5 of Autumn, 5 of Pentacles, and the Queen of Swords. He's really feeling like he's at that the masculines are kind of at the like, nothing's going my way, screw it, I don't know, that's what's going on. Okay, he's just, if you're a masculine watching, you gotta just reach out and help. You're keeping it all inside, and it's all in your head, this feeling of like nothing's going your way, and so you're kind of like, I don't care, whatever, it's gonna happen the way it's gonna happen. But then you're still having all this anxiety. Okay, so the masculines are really just feeling like they're at the surrender stage. Okay, that's the word I've been looking for. They're coming up on the where they're just going to be like, you know what, I give up. but not in the sense of I'm going to give up. It's just like whatever is going to happen is going to happen. And that's where spirit is leading him to. All this stuff going on in his life, surrounding causing anxiety, it's getting him to the point where he just completely surrenders and it's like, okay, whatever is going to happen is going to happen. And then you know what? Once he does that, that's when things start to happen. Is when you surrender to the universe, things start to happen. So energetically and in his heart, he's coming to the point where he's about to just surrender and let things happen the way they're going to happen. Okay. For the feminine, in the action space, things that are going to transpire this week is the King of Winter and the Four of Wands. Okay, so I'm trying to channel what I'm feeling from this card. I apologize. I had some background distractions. My kids are up there moving around, so I apologize. Feminines are really getting to the point where it's, you know where you're at. You're secure in where you're at, and you're not worried about this union, whether it's going to happen or not. You know, you've kind of become detached from the idea in a healthy manner. If this was, say, like the Knight of Swords or something like that, or the Page of Swords, I'd say you're kind of like, you know, screw it. I'm just going to cut them off. This is more of like a healthy detachment from the idea of a union. And that's where we want to be. We want to be a balanced. That's the other thing. Four of Wands is a balance. You got two rods. You know, you want to have a balanced mindset about that. Yeah, right now we're not together. We'll be together at some point. I'm just going to focus on me. Okay, and that's where we want to be. Okay. The masculine's action space. He is going to, the masculines are, they've coming on to a new passion. They have an idea that sparks. We've got the Ace of Cups with there, so it's something he's really emotionally involved with. He wants to expand his horizons. He's just gonna start of a new idea, okay, whatever it may be, and he's gonna roll with it. So, you know, maybe after all this anxiety and stuff, and then he kind of just, whatever's gonna happen, and then maybe this new idea. It's spring, so it's a wand, so it's an action. So he will take action in this, and it's something he's emotionally invested in. So it could be career-wise or whatever, but he's going to be optimistic and enthusiastic about it. So, and that's really good. That's going to be really good for the masculines, because that's, feminines went through that, I'd say maybe a few weeks ago, where they had this passionate idea of what they wanted to do, and they wanted to, and so I see some mirroring here, based on, you know, and it's projection. So like that's the thing too. It's like when you're healing and you heal something, that's projected onto your twin. So once you're healed, then, you know, automatically it's a balance until you both are vibrating at the same level and come into union. Okay. So for the masculine, what he's going to be working on this week is finances. And that's putting in the work and having it pay off, or not putting in the work and not seeing results. So the main energy that he's going to be working with, and the main issue he's going to be dealing with this week is the finances. Okay. Now the feminines, they might have some issues from the past come up, and things that need to be healed. Anything that comes up, it could be in your own mind. It could be people that you've attracted into your reality. Things that people, places, things, situations will be put into your reality this week that will bring up issues to be released, to heal from past events. Okay? So I think that's all I have for the twin flame reading. Check back next Sunday and I will have another energy reading for the week. All right. See you.